What is going on, guys? I'm back at it with another video. Kashtira deck profile. I know you guys are all ready to see it. I know you guys are all excited, ready. You guys are probably bored as fuck at home. Let's get into it. So this last week I did some testing with it. I was 6-4, 2-3 against Dragon Link, bystial Dragon Link, which I believe I could have went 3-2 against testing with them, but just seeing how the deck works and realizing how it works, you start to just, realize your mistakes and all that. And I feel like Kashtira is definitely better than bystial Dragon Link. It's definitely one of the top decks in the format. In my personal preference, I believe that it is. Just the way that it can interact with stuff, and you can very, very easy erase your opponents, pretty much everything. Their spelled traps. You mostly want to get rid of their traps for bystial Dragon Link, as well as I believe it's Druis Worm. Those are probably going to be the two main ones. Lubellion usually gets the speller trap, sets it, and then, goes into their shenanigans and all that kind of stuff. They really rely heavy on access code and Borolo Dragons. So if you get most of their heavy hitter cards, they're not going to be able to compete. As well as, I believe the card's called Dragon Link. I forgot the card, but it's a Link monster, level 1, rank 1 or whatever. And yeah, if you can get rid of their extra deck as well as their main deck, they're going to just have a very, very hard time competing. So let me show you the deck. If you guys are all at home smoking, sorry if you guys don't like that, but that's just me. Let's smoke up. Cheers. Let's hope you guys are all having a great day. All right, let's get into it. So we're going to have 3 Fenrir. Pretty self-explanatory, big boss man of the deck. No other words to say. He is who he is. He's the best card in the deck. He searches all of the Kashtira monsters, and then he banishes one on field. So all of them have different effects. He's the one that banishes on field. It could be any card on field. It could be monster, spell, or trap, anything like that. Sorry for the coughing. It's from me smoking. We have 3 Unicorn. But pretty self-explanatory again. No other reason to lower these or anything like that, especially if it's pure Kashtira. This one's going to be banishing from the extra deck. And this is how, you target your opponent's extra deck and stuff like that. He adds the spell card, so you have monster, and Fenrir adds a Kashtira monster as well as banishes on field. Unicorn adds a spell as well as banishes from the extra deck. And then we run 1 Ogre. Pretty self-explanatory, the lineup. You will see some people run 3 Ogre, which I feel is like too cloggy. Or 2 Ogre, which is, like I said, it's pretty cloggy. He's going to pretty much banish from the deck. So you have deck. He banishes from the deck. You pick one. And then I believe you place in any order that you want, back in any order, and then you banish one. And then he adds a trap. So you have trap and then banish from deck and pick one. You have spell and banish from extra deck. And then you have add one from your main deck monster and then banish on field. I don't know if that makes sense. Go read the cards if you guys need to, but that's the difference between all 3. Pretty self-explanatory. We run 3 Ash, which is debatable. You can pretty much sub this out for whatever card you want. Ash is just a card that I like to have in case Havness, any add one, anything like that. So that's there. We have 2 Chaos Hunter. I like this card for Dragon Link as well as Fluwanda Rees. It's just a great card to have, as well as if you have Birth out, you could pretty much normal summon it. Or it's just a way to get any card that you need to get to the graveyard. So just a very resourceful card. And then 3-dimensional shifter, self-explanatory as well. There's no other, need to talk about that. 1 Pankratops as well, pretty self-explanatory. You have your 3 Birth. Some people put it to 2. If you run 1 in pure Kashtira, you're pretty much done. You have to run it at either 2 or 3. Especially Photon Hypernova. Sorry, I'm stuttering. But you have to run it at mass quantity because you pretty much want to see it. 3 Sacred Swords of 7 stars, 3 Triple Talents. You're going to use the Triple Talents is probably the most broken card this format. To either take your opponent's monster or draw 2 cards. Then you have 2 Pot of Desires. So realistically, you have, in a deck full of bricks, you have 2, 3, 6. You have 8 cards to make you draw. So that's 32 cards. And realistically, these cards are draw 2. So you're pretty much thinning out your whole deck. Hopefully off the Pot of Desires, your main focus, which I was talking to one of the players I was testing against, is cutting the Desires, but thinking about what to put in here for the Desires, because the deck is just really slow. So you want to see a lot of your draw power. But yeah, if you're banishing stuff that you need, you're not really getting the use out of it. And there was a lot of games, especially the first 2, where I was just breaking hardcore and just drawing nothing but Dimensional Fissures, Macrocosmos, and just the cards I didn't want to see. So these are there just to be there. I don't know what else I'd put to make the deck more consistent, to go into the shit. Obviously, people use the Astral Karibo and all that kind of stuff, but I don't want to spend $20 on an extender when the deck is already mediocre as is. So you have 2 Instant Contact, pretty good card. 2 Dimensional Fissure, another great card. I just wish that it said Spell and Traps as well, because the difference between Macrocosmos and Dimensional Fissure is that this says any monster, and Macrocosmos as well as Dimensional Fissure says any card. So another great card. Board breakers, we have 2 Super Poly, probably the best board breaker in this format, hands down. You're gonna see what I go into when I go into it, but it's pretty self-explanatory because yeah, it's just a great card. We have 1 Feather Duster and 1 Gold Stark. I figured out a way to put these cards in the deck, so why not? It seems to ruin the opponent's end board, so yeah, like I said, just why not? And then for the most broken card as well in the game, because people are just loving this card AF. You have triple impermanence for the traps, and then pretty self-explanatory as well for these last 2. I don't try and clog up my hands, so we have 1 Cosmos and 1 Prep. Like I said, the whole point of this deck is to not have as much bricks, and I think I pretty much do that, but you still will draw a lot of cards that you don't want to see. So I was going to play in the regionals this last week, but just decided not to for the remote one, because like I said, there's just really no point to compete until the meta is really, I don't want to say like diverse, but the people at my locals just haven't really been showing up. So I'm not going to go driving around to other locals to see, you know, what's what. So for the extra deck, we have 1 Zeus, 1 Red Eyes, pretty self-explanatory. I put this in because it's just a great card. I did take out number 74. Not that number 74 is not a great card, but against tier elements, that's why I would have loved to see number 74 in there, because if they would have got like a pop effect or something like that, I would have been like, nah, fuck you and fuck your pop, and now I pop their shit. So that was why I had it. This is also a great card. Who knows, it's very situational. I've yet to play tier elements players, so maybe in the case that I do go to like a regionals or anything like that, I may put the number 74, so who knows. We have 1 Draco Sack, 1 number 11 Big Eye, and then the 2 we have 2 number 89 and 2 Shingira. Pretty self-explanatory for the XYZs. You will see some people running the barrier statue thing, and great card, and great thing overall. I don't want to draw any more bricks. So if I draw I'm not sure, I haven't really read into it, but if I draw into a card like that, I don't really, you know, if it says special summon from the deck. So don't really want to draw any more bricks than the deck already has. So we have 1 Baron for the Synchros, 1 Chain Ying. He's came up and pretty much won me games, so great card. 1 Access Code, 1 IP, 1 Blackluster. The pendulum line, I mean, not the pendulum, the link line is pretty, it's all right. It comes up every here and now and then, but honestly, it is stuff that you can take out and is very situational. This is just the lineup that I like. I like going into IP, then Blackluster, and then from Blackluster, if I need to, go into Access Code. Blackluster is just such a good card compared to Nightmare Unicorn and all that kind of stuff. Even though I've been Nightmare Unicorn AF, I just can't. So, great card. And then as for the last two spice cards, we have one Garura, again, to just draw, and he's just a very broken card. And then another broken card as well. I kind of want to switch this card out, possibly. I don't know yet. The reason I kind of want to switch the card out is because against Bystial Dragon Link, it is a dark target, so you don't want to have any of those against these fools. So again, it gives you a reason why to go into Shangira instead of Mind Hacker. Just stuff to think about. I'm not saying that you have to go into those. Sometimes it is good to go into Mind Hacker instead of Shangira. Sometimes I do that. But yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory as for what I'm running. I'm not running like anything too crazy besides like the super polys, which you will see people running it. I'm not saying that I'm the only one. I think what's also crazy too is I found a way how to put out a feather duster in there. And then all that draw power plus the ashes. I think I got the lineup all right with the Kashtira monsters. So like I said, I'm trying to play out more locals. It's just that my locals hasn't really been doing a whole lot. So just don't really like remote. I will do remote if I want to, but not if I really have to. So for the side deck, this is just situational stuff. You guys could figure it out and go for what your locals is. But I have two Droll and Lockbird for any decks that needs to access its main deck. Fluwanderies is a good example. Maybe Dragon Link is another one. We have two lava, not two lava golem, 3 lava golem for any deck that you need to really clear stuff. Great card. Against Fluwanderies as well, we have the double package, Zombie World and Terraforming. Then we have for board breaker / spell and trap removal, we have Cosmic Cyclone. Against the Mirror Match and Fluwanderies, we have Book of Eclipse. Once the next format comes and there's more Kashtiras, you may see this card bumped up to 3 just because it's just a great card. And as well as Droll and Lockbird. And then as well as the best card in probably all of Yu-Gi-Oh!, which, you know, people are going to debate. If it's droplet, you have Lightning Storm. Lightning Storm is probably the most broken card in the game. The fact that you can make your opponent have to respond to this and, you know, go into all their shit. I hope you all liked the video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys all like and subscribe so I can give you guys more content and better content, to say the least. Let me know if you guys like the video again. Let me know what I should build next, if it should be Rogue, what I should do on this channel, like vlogs, going to locals, all that kind of stuff, crazy challenges, all that kind of stuff. Just let me know. I'm very active in the comments. If I don't respond, it's because some of you guys are being trolls and I don't really want to bother with trolls. Yeah, I am kind of, you know, what is the word? Very hard on my cards because, you know, I love to play the game, and not that playing the game or loving to play the game is any excuse to, you know, play with your cards. But, you know, if I really love the cards so much, I would go buy a, you know, cool copy. But unfortunately, these are Master Pack 22s instead of, you know, the legit secrets or what is it called? Starlight Rares or anything like that. So I'm chilling. I'm not really worried about it. Obviously, yeah, I should take care of my cards, but a lot of my cards, I'd say like 98% are mostly near mint. A lot of the stuff that I get that isn't is already, you know, messed up prior to me getting it. The only card that I have messed up, the only card from being rough with it, and I don't even know if it was me, is an Ash Blossom from Master Pack 22 that I had to buy a second set of. This is not the set, but I had to buy a whole new set, and freaking, yeah, it happens. I'm not going to say that I mess up my cards. I definitely am not the worst. You guys out there are worse than me, so I really wouldn't be talking, but hope you guys all like and subscribe. Thank you for watching the video. Sorry, I'm just ranting, but again, if you guys want to see some stuff, just let me know, and I'll get it done for you. Thank you. Hope you guys are watching. BJJJ out.